Welcome everyone, we are the Grin brothers and we're continuing with the most exciting chapter in this entire game, Interlude. Yes. I love how she runs.
I would have a lot more lights in my house if I lived at the bottom of Death Mountain.
Now, Death Mountain's the volcanic one.
You know what I mean, so shut up.
This is more Spooky Mountain.
Yeah, that kind of takes all the fear factor out of it when you call it Spooky Mountain.
Better than Spooky Mountain, which again they tried to advertise this game with. Super Spoopy! America, you just want this game to fail.
Come on, Ghost.
It's funny how at the time that, these horror games were having a hard time because they were either just walking simulators effectively or friend. Result: search abandoned after traces were too weak. Suspect subject is alive, but a newer or stronger token is required. And these are a few other cases. Tendency to blame herself for strife with her half sister. Search abandoned. Contacted by the family. Turn over to the police. Sumi. Details: emotionally unstable after family. Oh, that's actually a character detail for main character.
Oh.
After family lost in accident. Stopped going to school a few days ago. Neighbours say she left home as normal. No, claim to see things others can't. Now just recovered. Result: taken into custody. Observation required. Safely in my custody. Believe close attention is necessary. We'll look after her for a while. And then that was her staying for several days and even a couple of years now.
What's her problem with mirrors?
I can't remember. I mean, her problem is obviously that she can see ghosts.
Well, yeah.
So, at school there's she saw constant ghosts and stuff like that.
How do you take a bath if wetness attracts ghosts?
How?
Like, wouldn't ghosts just attack you whilst you're in the bath?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I assume that's going to happen. Wouldn't that be really inconvenient living right next to Ghost Mountain?
Yeah.
The zombies
To be fair, Yuri's like one of the only people who can actually see them.
They can still attack you, though.
I know.
So every time...
But I think, in general, you don't really get attacked... you don't attract the ghosts to you unless you go to the mountain. Hence the whole, you can't leave this mountain, because the ghosts follow you at that point. If you're not gone to the mountain, which you tend to only go to the mountain if you're A, curious, or B, you're suicidal. Because it seems to prey on if you're wanting to commit suicide. That's the Fuhi's friend that went missing.
She's dead.
That's Miyu Hinasaki's folder. It's funny, there's one note somewhere around here where the comment in regards to it is that Hizuka was asked to find a object.
Yeah. And
the conclusion to the object... Oh, yeah, this is Ren's friend who's recently gone missing.
Huh.
Met with a potential client. Yep. I tripped up, said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we find her. She laughed, said when she gets back there are many things I want to tell her. Yep. I'm worried about leaving Yuri alone, but this one is urgent. No time to lose, I have to go. Again, just a second photo.
They're really driving the point that she exists.
Yep.
What? No, don't head there at the middle of night.
It's raining and it's night still! Like, this is still the... Well, I think maybe a day's probably passed by now.
Go to bed. Just wait.
Wait
for, like...
At least pack an umbrella. Well, I would say pack an umbrella, but there's one very unfortunate ghost who's never attacks you and is actually a nice ghost, but very unfortunate ghost. And umbrellas is probably not the best thing to bring along, is what they'd recommend. Also, the ghost has, unfortunately, one of the most funny deaths ever.
How does the wetness work? Does your body have to be wet?
I think
like
so.
Your skin?
Yes.
Couldn't you just wear a rain jacket then?
Possibly. Because then, regardless of how heavy your rain jacket is, eventually you get wet underneath a rain jacket anyway.
Not if it's waterproof.
I've never had a coat which has been that waterproof, and I specifically get ones which are, raincoats and all that.
That's because they wouldn't... you don't spend enough money on them.
Well, okay, that is true.
You're
I am
cheap.
stingy.
Am I even going the right way? Is this the right way?
Let's see. Something nifty
Fuck me,
to talk about.
It's excessive number of
There was a
clocks.
Nintendo Direct recently. Well, recently it's... Yeah, there was a Nintendo Direct.
Okay.
Using the camera obscura, Yuri found a number of missing person case files connected to Mount Hikami. She is now more determined than ever to head back to the mountain and find Hisoka.
I've always found... So, things like this, do they annoy you when they literally describe what you just did?
Not really, it's just a quick summary.
I know, but you just did it. It's not like it's after the chapter.
And it's not like an interlude, it's not even a chapter at that point.
It's not like you would have put the game down, gone off, come back, start fourth drop, and it explains what happened in the interlude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, if it...
Now this will be interesting because this is the first time there is actually some exploration you can do. Properly sort of...
Did you look up how to get the costumes?
No, I didn't actually.
I'm going to do that now because...
Yeah.
I don't... Wait, what's this game called again?
Project Zero, Maiden of Blackwater. You may have an easier time just searching up Fatal Frame 5 though. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, Nintendo Direct that happened previously. The one which didn't show much in terms of new games, but did show off a lot more of games that were already scheduled to come out, such as how there's a buff King Gideon Kirby Star Allies, which is wonderful. I've already done a tea time on that subject, but an interesting thing that I didn't make note of, because I didn't know of it at the time, is that there was actually a couple of Japanese exclusive things. Ones were only shown off in the Japan Nintendo Direct. One of these is there's a new Phantasy Star game being made.
Okay.
Which I certainly was not expecting. I'm not sure if it's a new one or a port, but it's something Fantasy Online related and connected to Nintendo systems, I think, for the Switch. That's actually pretty major news. But the other one which has more of my interest is there's going to be a new Dylan's Rolling Western game. Seems to be quite a bit more different compared to the previous titles. In the Dylan's Rolling Adventure, they added new style of levels and added a lot of improvements, but they didn't really change up much of the formula. There's like a new sort of train mission, but otherwise it was just expanded version of the same game. Whereas this one, they seem to be doing more in terms of stuff you can do and a sort of different feel to it.
Yeah.
Like one of the key things that people have been making jokes about, the few people who actually sort of found out, oh, there's a new Dylan's Rolling Western game in the Japan Direct, is that your Miis can be included as well. And they basically assist Dylan by sort of doing an extra launch thing, which gives him more power. But the thing is, your Miis are included in the game as furry, as sort of like animal creatures. But the way it happens is your Mii gets dropped down and then they get turned into a furry creature. So the joke has just been, Dylan's Rolling Western turns you into a furry!
Oh. You have to get the different endings to get the costumes.
But there's like 4 costumes for Yuri.
Yeah.
How do I get all 4 of them?
So...
Because I know one of them's good ending, one of them's bad ending, but Yuri has more costumes. Do I have to do Ren's 4 different endings?
Default costume, start of the game. White kimono, clear the game with any ending. School uniform, obtain both Bride from Blackwater ending and Embrace ending.
Oh, okay, those are Ren's endings then.
And it's the same with Zero Suit Sama / Bikini.
But those are like the bad ones then?
Bride from Blackwater ending and Embrace.
Okay.
Ren, you've got his default one and Love After Death to get a student outfit.
Yep.
And Miu is obtain Shadowborn ending for the White Kimono, and Cherry Blossom ending for Zelda / Gravure Bikini.
Yeah.
You also get the bunny ears and bunny tail for Yuri if you do the Blackwater Embrace ending.
Okay, that's the bad one, I think, that one.
Well, Blackwater ending doesn't exactly sound pleasant.
Yeah, Ren is interesting in that he doesn't really get a terrible ending per se. There's no option that's kind of worse off for him, at least.
For everyone else around him.
It's also interesting, Ren's got two different paths. I went with the easiest path in the end. The one where, because like I said, to get the good ending for one of the paths, you have to let yourself die near this thing. But the problem is, I was using up my moonstones as a result, and I hadn't previously fought the final boss at this point. I know I was going to need to have those moonstones on Yuri. Yeah. That final fight, a boss fight, if you're trying to get the good ending, can take ages unless you're lucky first time round.
How come?
Because you have to defeat him with the Fatal Glance. But the good or bad ending depends on when you do the Fatal Glance. The problem is getting the good ending one is actually pretty tricky to get the Fatal Glance off when in the good area.
Okay.
But if the boss recovers from being in Fatal Glance state, they recover all their health. And you just have to keep repeating that until you can get the good ending.
Huh.
It's a tricky final boss. I had so many moonstones I didn't die against it.
Moonstones fully heal you.
Yeah, they stop you from dying. But again, to get the good ending I wanted for Ren, I'd have to have given them up. So I just went for the easiest one.
What, give them all up?
To my knowledge, at least, unless it triggers when I die one of those times. It was very confusing trying to get his good ending on that second path. But I didn't want to get the bad ending for any of his, because I didn't know what it would do. So I went with the easy option, good ending. But I feel that, although it makes a lot of sense in terms of the overall plot, for the other characters, in regards to Ren, it is the one ending which that path I feel doesn't connect to his character well enough.
Okay.
The second path does more for Ren's character. The first path does more for the plot of the other characters.
Was that the girl from the beginning?
No, that was the one
Who was the girl from the beginning?
The one from the beginning was Miu.
Miu.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the friend of Fyuhi's.
Yeah.
That went missing. The one they tried to do a pact suicide with, and they
failed.
Very unsubtly hint that they're lesbians.
They are lesbians. Yeah, I'm not using my strong film. Do I have enough?
Yeah, because I really wanted to get that good ending with Ren, but it was a real case of, just going whatever would make it easier for Yuri, because I didn't want to get the bad ending first time round. Because I knew that afterwards I was going to take a break. That final level took me 3 to 4 hours.
God, that's going to take me.
Because the way it works,
session.
All this you're doing, you basically have to travel from here to one of the furthest, to basically the end of the game. A lot of these levels, they'll start you off really close to where you need to be. But in the case of the final level, you can explore everything if you want to.
Oh.
Well, with the exception to, thankfully, because I was so worried, you don't have to explore lag building. They skip you through that.
Okay.
That is the one area they skip you through.
That's nice of them.
Which I'm so grateful for, because the game can't... That's the one area of the game. The game is like, yeah, we're struggling here. Please give us time as we open doors. Oh. Someone's come to say hello.
Where are they? Oh.
Wouldn't it have made sense for you to come back in the daytime? This is kind of silly of you. Gotta love the gamepad's insistence of being the most noisy thing ever.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Like, what did they put in this? A car engine?
It's funny because the Wii U is so quiet.
Oh!
The Wii U is perfectly quiet, unlike, say, the PS2 or the Dreamcast, which was so darn noisy. Not sure what they did with the PS2 and Dreamcast, given the week of the Xbox and GameCube, but there was so much noise in the competition. Are you dying in a wall? That's just not right. He died in a wall.
God damn it.
That rude, inconsiderate prick.
Also, just...
Come on, Yuri, smile. It's the pause menu. You're safe there.
Just for purposes of people, I will save that picture as well. There you go. Now you cannot claim that I'm being selective. And I mean, I've got Tarzan picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to run out of...
Given the amount of women there are in this women Ghost, you're probably going to run out of those 40 spaces.
It's fine, I'll just have to pick and choose.
Poor developers, they realise... Oh. That was a very interesting space to decide to just sit around and start looking at things. Doggies, quiet. It's going to be interesting as we... Doggies!
Dogs! Oh, that was louder than I thought. It kind of hurt my ears. I didn't even touch it.
The thing is, even if we show the dogs out of the front room, they still bark for some reason.
Oh.
Oh, almost. Don't worry. Don't worry. I also missed that.
I got her leg.
I'm actually very impressed you even got a part of her, because I completely missed it.
I think I got her leg. I'm dragging this playthrough out so much looking at pictures, but... I got her foot! Right. Let's keep going. Avoid water.
I think I can understand why they may be barking, and it's going to be very interesting as we do the rest of this playthrough. Because our nephew's coming over today.
I'm waiting to be... Every time I'm expecting a ghost hand, it never
comes. Yeah. The game knows. Turns out the gamepad has little sensors. Let's see. Yeah, our nephew's coming around today. He had nursery for today.
This is not child appropriate.
Yeah, but hey, he's been watching you play Bindings of Isaac. Because apparently that's allowed because it's cartoony. Would you say this is cartoony enough?
No.
It's a shame. Or to be fair, your playthrough is most considered just taking pictures of boobs.
I don't think
so
that's cartoony either.
Well, true.
Fight me. Oh yeah, I forgot purifying embers are.
Yeah, you can dry your clothes with like a little tiny candle.
Wouldn't I just burn them off? You'd just be naked then.
Possibly.
Oh wait. The child is here.
Yeah. I think there may be a fight. Maybe? Oh no, just pictures. Well, I say just pictures. There's always pictures. This game centers around taking pictures.
She dropped something.
I really hope the Nintendo Switch gets a Project Zero 6. I mean, I imagine they will, because even though this game series has never sold well,
so does
these Project Zero games still get made simply because someone at Koei Tecmo likes making them.
That's going to be a really soggy note.
This writing is incredibly illegible still.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even be able to pick that paper up. It'd just be mush.
I'm being drawn to the
Jesus
sun. Oh
Christ.
my gosh! Is that another two?
That's the wrong way.
Oh, thank gosh, it's only two. For a second, I thought there was three.
I like how you dodge.
Luckily, they're ghosts, so you can just walk through them if you dodge their attack.
Huh?
Well, that was just rude.
Right. Bam!
Oh, great! That was awesome.
Oh yeah, I can. Just not with Rennie Boy.
Ah. Oh, I guess because he's got the multi-shot finish, you can kind of set that up already with him.
Yeah. I definitely
You definitely need that. Yeah, you definitely need that
Bam!
range because you're clearly like
Oh no!
I
so
had
it only triggers sometimes.
I had that as my least upgraded stat at first. You know, that was the last stat I upgraded. Oh, no, stretchy hands.
That was a nice close-up picture.
Yeah. Not that you'll keep it, because that's no boobs in it, but...
Yeah, it's just a face.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Let me touch you.
This is really poor timing, given I'm in the middle of a fight, but well.
Oh,
I need
flashbacks
flashbacks!
as well.
Give me flashbacks!
Show me that black and white, poorly made film.
Who thinks like this in black and white film grain feature? No, to be fair, when I try to remember something, it just looks like an anime.
She has nice lipstick. Ooh, hello. That was very unnecessary.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Why does no one like my presents? They always run.
He looks a bit like a mad... Oh, wow.
Yeah, probably not child appropriate, this game, after all.
Why did he just kill them?
You find out later.
Why does he look like a slightly deranged junk rat? Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Is he cutting their faces?
I guess.
Seems very unnecessary, man.
It's funny how the flashback continues even as they're clearly dead at this point, because they're clearly not...
Happy birthday!
Oh yeah, they're cutting out the eye. He's cutting out the eyes.
That is not how you cut out eyes.
Yes, it's a very inefficient way of doing it, but then again, he clearly was insane as he ran up with a torch and started slinging women throat.
Yeah, why would you use a torch as well?
I guess to see, you know, because they didn't have lights back in that period. Then again, no one seems to have lights in this period either.
Come on. That's cheating.
You know how to stumble. How dare you?
Stay in my vision so I can shoot you when the time comes. Hello.
No, that's not my good side. Look, let me just...
Instead, you have no good side. In saying that, you're still surprisingly pretty for a corpse. Ha!
There we go.
Suck it, Gombi! Can I touch you yet? No. Actually, I don't know. Can I?
Oh, yes, you can.
Let me touch you, Gombi.
And so the Gombi has been touched. Ah, you're a boring Gombi.
Keel over and die again. I actually did a whole fight, Liam.
Yeah! Ah!
No.
Okay. Oh, it was okay. We've recorded enough there. That's 23 minutes now. So, yeah, again, the game's long.
The game is long. It's even longer with me.
Yeah, so, cheerio, everyone!
Bye.